Thank you for waiting for this session so anxiously. I'm really happy. Warm welcome to all of you and good afternoon. I'm Gaurav Gupta and I welcome all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Now, friends, here in this session, we are going to have the last lab to AILET 2022, and this session will be about logical reasoning too. So, all of you were there in the first session of logical reasoning that I have conducted a few days back. Yes, I could see all the familiar faces, all the familiar names. So, if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you, please give me a thumbs up or write yes in the chat box. All of you. Come on, if I'm audible, clearly audible as well as visible to all of you, there are no glitches, please give me a confirmation. Yes, Shrishti, this topic that we are going to do today, this is very important topic as far as reasoning section is concerned of any of the aptitude entrance examination. So at any level, you are preparing for BBA, you are preparing for any of the law entrance examinations, you are preparing for MBA, that is like it will come for some of you after a few years. But at this level, you are taking any examination for law entrance or BBA entrance or BMS, CUET, AILET, CLAT, whatever examinations you are taking, if reasoning is a part of that examination, then clocks, calendars, and coding decoding. These are the three most important areas of the logical reasoning section. Okay, so definitely this session will help you. All right, so let's begin with this session, all my dear friends. Now, I'll first of all talk about the relevance and weightage in AILET examination. So, area, yes, definitely logical reasoning. And the topics that we are going to study today will be coding, decoding, clocks, and calendars. All right, so these are the three topics that we'll be discussing one by one. Definitely, I'll be covering some of the basics of clocks and calendars before I'll go to the questions of each of these topics. All right, so we'll be starting with the topic of calendars. I'll be giving you some of the basic things that are very important while solving the questions of calendars. We'll take 2 to 3 minutes in that, and then we'll move on to the questions of calendars. After which, we'll be looking at some of the concepts of clocks, followed by questions of clocks, and then coding and decoding. Okay, so all these three topics will be covered today. Now, the relevance, the weightage of these topics. Now, you can easily expect a minimum of 2 questions from each of these 3 areas. I'm not saying a total of 2 questions from these 3 areas. No, minimum 2 questions from each of these 3 areas. That means 2 questions on clocks, 2 questions on calendars, and 2 questions on coding and decoding. So minimum 2 questions. That means 6 questions, minimum 6 questions will be covered in today's session. All right. So let's start with this session, all of you. So the first topic for the day is calendars. We'll be talking about some basics. Definitely, I'll not be talking about calendars in detail. Abhi itna time nahi hai hamare paas. Okay, so we'll be talking about some of the basic points and some of the important points as well that we need to take care while solving the questions of calendars. So quick overview. Now, ordinary year or a non-leap year. So if a given year is a non-leap year, then it will have 365 days. Okay, 365 days, if I'll convert them in terms of weeks and days. So 365 when divided by 7, we will get a quotient of 52 and a remainder of 1. Simple mathematics. Okay, so that means we will be having 52 weeks plus 1 day in a normal year. Okay, so this is about ordinary year. Now, any ordinary year starts and ends on the same day. How is this possible? So let's say 1st of January, look at the top of the screen, 1st of January 2022, which is an ordinary year. Let's say it was a Monday. Now to reach to the last day, that is 31st of December 2022, we will have to add how many days? कितने days add करने पड़ेंगे? So we are already sitting on 1st of January. We are sitting on the first day of the year. We have to reach to the last day of the year. So I'll add 364 days. We'll not add 365. We'll add 364 days because we are already sitting on the first day. Okay. So to reach to the last day of the year, I'll add 364. Now, if I'll divide 364 by 7 and calculate the number of odd days, अगर मैं number of odd days calculate करता हूं, so 364 is completely divisible by 7, giving a remainder of 0. So if I started with a Monday, the last day will also be a Monday. So in an ordinary year, the first and the last day of that year is always same. Okay. Moving ahead, there is only one odd day in the entire year. So entire year, that means 365 days divided by 7, the remainder will come out to be 1 and the number of odd days will be equal to 1. Good Shrishti and Abhishek for participating actively in this lecture. Good. Now friends, there are 30 plus students in this lecture. One simple thing I'll tell all of you that if you are watching this session just like you watch a news or any series on Netflix, then just sitting and watching will not help you. Okay, so you have to communicate, you have to give me answers to whatever I'm asking you. So show your active participation in this lecture. तभी मजा आएगा पढ़ने का. Otherwise, this session will be like any boring series on any of the OTTs. Okay, so don't make this lecture boring. Let's make this lecture interesting by actively participating and responding to whatever we are doing here. All right. Okay. Thank you, Satya. So Satya is requesting all of you to like this session. So please here to Satya and please do like this session before I request you. Okay, chalo, continue karte hain. So there is only one odd day in the ordinary year. Now friends, this entire topic of calendars is based on finding the number of odd days. Okay, now number of odd days is basically the remainder obtained when the number of days is divided by 7. Why do we divide by 7? Because we have 7 days in a week and we can say that after every 7 days, the day will repeat. Okay, so if today is a Wednesday, yes, today is a Wednesday. So after 7 days, it will be a Wednesday. After 14 days, it will be a Wednesday. So if I'll keep on adding days in the multiples of 7, the day will keep on repeating. All right. Now, if I'll add anything which is not a multiple of 7, let's say I'll ask you if today is a Wednesday, then what day will be after 100 days from now? So today is a Wednesday. What will be the day after 100 days from now? So what we'll do is, I'll be a little slow. I'll wait for all of you to respond with your answers. Let's see how many of you can give me a correct answer. Yes, go ahead. Come on. Anyone? All right. So there will be a small lag. Don't worry. I'll be getting your answers though. Okay. Now 100 when divided by 7. Now 98 is completely divisible by 7. So 100 when divided by 7, the remainder is 2. Now today is a Wednesday. So what we'll do is we'll add 2 to the Wednesday. So Wednesday plus 1 is Thursday, plus 2 will be a Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the day will be Friday. So after 100 days from now, it will be a Friday. All right. Okay. Yusuf, I have told that today is a Wednesday. So मैंने mention किया था today is a Wednesday. Then if today is Wednesday, then Wednesday plus 2 will be a Friday. All right. So this is the whole concept of finding the number of odd days. Okay. Let's move further and talk about a leap year. Now leap year, the way a normal year has 365, leap year has 366 days. When divided by 7, it will give you 52 weeks and 2 days. Okay. 2 days. So can you all tell me, if a leap year is starting with Monday, if leap year is starting with Monday, then leap year will end with which day of the week? If the first day of the leap year is Monday, then what will be the last day of the leap year? Come on, post your answers, all of you. So now, if you are sitting at first day of the leap year, then to reach to the last day, you will have to add 365 days. 365 when divided by 7, remainder will be 1. So Monday plus 1 will be a Tuesday. So if you are starting with Monday, the first day is Monday, then the last day will be Tuesday. And the answer is correctly given by Sarvari, Satya, Arshia, Harshita, Shrishti, Shiv, a lot of you, Rohan. Great, great, wonderful, all of you. So all of you are present mentally as well in this session. So any year which is divisible by 4 but not by 100 is a leap year. Okay, so this is basically finding out or checking out which year is a leap year. So leap year in general is any year which is completely divisible by 4. But there are some exceptions to this. Okay, so first of all, year should be completely divisible by 4. But in case of century years, like 1900, 2000, 2100, 2200, in case of century years, it must be divisible by 400 as well. Okay, so 1900 is divisible by 4 but not by 400. So 1900 will not be a leap year. 2000 is divisible by 400. It will be a leap year. 2100 will not be a leap year. 2200 will not be a leap year. So in a normal scenario, the year must be divisible by 4. But in case the year is a century year, then it must also be divisible by 400 to qualify for a leap year. All right. So this is how we find out whether a given year is a leap year. Okay. Now, if I'll consider leap year as a whole, so obviously we have already seen that there are 2 odd days, there are 2 extra days in a leap year. All right. So some basic concepts, these were all of them. Okay. Now, number of odd days in each month of the year. Now, in each month of the year, I'll start with January. So if I'll consider the entire month of January, can you all post the number of odd days in January? Come on, January, the number of odd days. So total number of days in January is 31. So number of odd days, 31 when divided by 7, the remainder is 3. So number of odd days in January will be equal to 3. Okay. Yes, Satya, 1200, 1600 will also be leap year. Okay. Or they were leap years, 1200 and 1600. They were century years and multiples of 400. Very good. Now for February, the number of days can be either 28 or 29, depending upon it is a leap year or not. So number of odd days will either be 0 or 1. Okay. March, it will be 3. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. These are the number of odd days. Now there is no need to cram these numbers because we already know the number of days in each of these months. Okay, you must be knowing this method of finding the number of days. Okay, so बचपन में देखा होगा ये सब चीजें. Important is July and August. ये हम कभी कभी गलती कर देते हैं. July and August, they both have 31 days. Okay, so these are 2 consecutive months that will have 31 days. So carefully, the number of odd days here will be equal to 3 in both the cases. Okay, all right. Nice. Let's move ahead and now let's start solving some of the question. No. Before that, repetition of calendar. This is a very important topic. Repetition of calendar kab hoga? Now I have included one of the questions related to repetition of calendar as well. Okay. So repetition of calendar pe ek question bhi hai. So don't you worry. We'll be talking about this particular concept in detail. For now, you can just remember that an ordinary year represents either 6 or sorry, an ordinary year repeats after every 6 years or 11 years. Okay. So let's say if I talk about year 2022, year 2022 की अगर मैं बात करता हूं, so the calendar of year 2022, it may repeat after every 6 years or 11 years. So that will be doing by calculations, using calculations. So don't worry, I'll be telling you the right way of picking up these questions. Now similarly, leap year in general repeats after every 28 years, but there is an exception. If we are crossing a century which is not a multiple of 400, if we are crossing a century year which is not a leap year, then it may repeat either after 12 years or after 40 years. Okay, again, we'll be discussing all these things, right? Now, let's start with the questions on calendars. I want each and everyone to participate and try to find out an answer and then post your answer in the chat. Quickly, all of you. Abhishek, 1900 is divisible by 4. It is, but it is not divisible by 400. So I mentioned that in case we have century years, the year should be divisible by 400 to qualify for a leap year. Yes, any answer? All right, nice. Oh, wow, different set of answers. So C, D, E. Wow, great. So I have got all the 4 answers from all of you. Nice, lovely going, good. So nice start to the first question. Okay, so let's understand this one. A man has a job which requires him to work 8 straight days and then rest of 1 day. So on the 9th day, he will rest. If he started the work on Sunday, so today, let's say it's a Sunday and he's working. So this is his first day of work. Then the 12th time he rests will be on what day of the week? Okay. Now I can tell you what small mistake you have done. So 8 plus 1 is 9. You have calculated this. So this is one complete cycle. And the 12th time he will rest, you have multiplied it by 12, getting the answer as 108. 108 divided by 7, you have calculated the remainder. Okay, so the remainder came out to be 3. And a lot of you have added 3 to Sunday, giving the answer as Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday is not a correct answer. Now understand our mistake. Now today he started and he started on a Sunday. So you will have to find out after today how many days will be added. So there are a total of 108 days, definitely. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 multiplied by 12 is 108. Now out of these 108 days, the first day is a Sunday. So Sunday के बाद, first day के बाद total कितने days add हुए हैं? It will be 107 days. So after Sunday, we have another 107 days, not 108 days. So 108 days, it included the first day. What we find here is, we find out how many days are added after the day of present. Okay, so present day के बाद कितने days add किए हैं? It is 107. Now 107 divided by 7, the remainder is 2. So the correct answer for this question should be Sunday plus 2. That is a Tuesday. All right. So Tuesday will be the correct answer for this question. I hope I am clear and you have understood your mistake and you are not going to repeat this mistake in future. So the correct answer is Tuesday for this question. Okay. Right. Now with this, let's move on to the second question. Second question is a regular question. 15th August 1947, Friday. Then what day of the week was 15th of August 1959? All right, Taha, yes, you have understood. Any other student who have marked an incorrect answer for the previous one, confirm if the last question is clear to all of you. Okay, so let's start solving this one. 15th of August 1947. 15th of August 1947 is given to us. Okay, and it is given as a Friday. So 15 August 1947 is a Friday. Okay, and I want to find the day on. I want to find the day on 15th of August 1959. So date is same, only the year is changing. Okay, we have to find the day on this date. So how many years have we added? We have added 12 years. Now out of these 12 years, how many leap years do we have? So leap years 1948, 1952 and 1956. We have 3 leap years. Now we have 3 leap years. That means we'll have 9 normal years. Okay. Now in every leap year, we have 2 odd days, and in every normal year, we have 1 odd day. So total number of odd days will be 6 plus 9. That is equal to 15. So 15 will be the total number of odd days. When divided by 7, this will give a remainder of 1. Okay. So in Friday, I will add 1 and the answer should come out to be a Saturday. Okay. So answer should be a Saturday. Let's see if anyone has given a correct answer. No, no one has given a correct answer. Yes, some of you have given. Sarvari has given a correct answer. Abhishek has given a correct answer. Ali says Saturday 80%. Now, Ali, what do I understand by 80% Saturday? So, answer will be Saturday for this one. That is option C. Okay, great. Let's move on to our next question. Question number 3. If 14th of May 2007 a Monday, then what day of the week will be 15th of October 2027? Now, in this case, the day as well as the year, the date as well as year are changing. Be a little extra careful for this one. All right, Satya Pratap, a quick answer from your side. Sarvari says Monday, and Kavya also says Monday. Satya, you are saying Wednesday. All right, now let's get started. So, 14th of May, starting from here, first of all, I'll go to 15th of October. Okay, and we'll find out the number of odd days, right? Slowly and steadily. Starting from 14th May up till 15th of October, first of all, I'll find out the number of odd days. So in the month of May, total 31 days are there. 31 days are there, but we are done with 14 days. So 31 minus 14 in the month of May, 31 minus 14, I'm left with 17 days. So 17 days of May, the number of odd days, मैं 17 को साथ साथ ही डिवाइड करता रहूंगा. Okay, so 17 divided by 7, remainder is 3. Now this is for May. Then June, the number of odd days will be 2. For July, it is 3. August, it is 3. September, it is 2. And October, we have 15 days. 15 when divided by 7, the remainder is 1. Okay. Now I have written odd days respectively for these months. Now what I'll do is I'll try to make groups of 7. Okay. So 3 plus 3 plus 1 is a 7 and can be ignored. 3 plus 2 plus 2 is also a 7 and it can be ignored. So among this, there is 0 odd days. Okay, there are 0 odd days starting from 14th May up till 15th of October. All right, I hope I'm clear up till this point. So now we have reached to 15th of October. Now we have to go from 2007 to 2027. So that means we have added 20 years. Now in these 20 years, there are 5 leap years and 15 normal years. 5 leap years and 15 normal years. So multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1. Okay, so it will be 10 plus 15, that is 25. Okay, now 25 when divided by 7, the remainder will come out to be 4. So in Monday, we will add 4. So Monday plus 4, the answer should be a Friday. All right, so answer should be a Friday, and that should be the correct answer. Some of you have already given a correct answer, like Asmita, Manish, Amit. Yes, and Akansha has given Friday as the answer earlier. Okay, great. So the Friday, it will be option C is the correct answer. All right. I hope all of you are catching your mistakes. Come on, give me a yes. If all of you are still present here in this session, give me a yes, all of you. Write yes in the chat box if you are still alive in this session. So that was question number 3. Let's move on to question number 4 on calendars. And this is based on the repetition of the calendar. How to basically calculate this. All right, great. Okay, so 4th question on your screen. Quickly solve this one. Okay, Ali has given an answer. Nice. So I'm getting 2 answers as usual. So A or B. Now let's get solving this one. Now earlier we have seen that for a normal year, either the calendar will repeat after 6 years or after 11 years. So that means the answer should be either 2028 or 2023. Sorry, 2033. Okay, so 2028 or 2033 में से कोई ना कोई एक आंसर होना चाहिए. Right? Now, for a normal year, I can say that leap year cannot be the answer. For a normal year, the calendar will repeat only if I have a normal year as the answer. So 2022 being a normal year and 2028 being a leap year. So 2028 cannot be the answer. So I can say that 2033 will be the answer for this question. Okay, so option A is correct, definitely. But let me tell you a basic way of finding this answer as well. But because every time this will not happen, every time you'll not be able to eliminate one option. Okay, so let's look at the process. Now, what I'll do is, as a shortcut, I'll use that if I will consider a period of consecutive 4 years. 4 years का consecutive period consider करेंगे. So in 4 consecutive years, we will have 5 odd days. Okay, because in 4 consecutive years, we will have 3 normal years and 1 leap year. So the number of odd days will be 5. Okay. Now, 4 years and 5 odd days. Manish, I am taking, Amit, I am making you understand. I'm repeating the entire concept. Okay. So if both of you have joined late, you have missed the initial things that I have told, that a normal year's calendar will repeat either after 6 or after 11 years. Okay. So the concept, the shortcut that I'll be using here is, in every 4 consecutive years, there will be 5 odd days. Now, starting with an assumption that 1st of January 2022, 1st of January 2022 is a Monday. I'm starting with an assumption. So what I'll do is I'll keep on going ahead. And we'll find out which year will again start with a Monday. If I'll get that year, then the calendar of this 2022 and the answer year will be same. So I have to reach to Monday. So what I'll do is I'll add 4 years. So 1st of January, सीधा 4 years add कर दो, 2026. The number of odd days is 5. So Monday plus 5, that means a Saturday. Okay. So 1st January 2026 will be a Saturday. All right. Now 1st January 2027. Since I'm adding a normal year, so it will be +1. It will be a Sunday. 1st January 2028. Again, this is a normal year. It will be +1, Monday. Okay. Now, most of you must be confused that I'm at 2028, but still I'm adding 1. It should be 2 that I should add, but no. Understand that from 1st January 2027, I am going to 1st January 2028. The leap year effect comes in the February of 2028. Leap year effect will come in the February of 2028. Okay, I'm not passing through the February of 2028 as of now. So leap year effect will not be counted in this case. All right. Now moving ahead, 1st January 2028 is Monday. Ye aa gaya. Okay, but this is a leap year. So our question year was a normal year. This is a leap year. So this cannot be the answer. Right? Okay. Now moving ahead, 1st January 2028 Monday आ गया था. So अब again 4 years add कर दो. तो 1st January 2032 will be a Saturday. And then 1st January 2033 will be Saturday +2. That is a Monday. Now, why I have added 2 here? Because from 2032 1st January, I'm going to 1st January 2033. Okay. And now I'll be passing through the February of leap year. So that is why I've added 2 and I have obtained a Monday, which is on 1st of January 2033. Now 1st of January 2033 Monday aa gaya, and 2033 is a normal year. So now I can mark this as an answer. Okay. So if you'll practice this concept 2 or 3 more number of times, then you will take hardly 30 seconds to get the final answer. All right. Okay. Yes, Ali, this is a longer method, but as a shortcut, I have already told you that it will be either +6 or +11. Okay. But I'm telling you, with due practice, less than 30 seconds, you'll be able to get the answer. I am writing each and everything. You don't have to do that. Okay. So I'm writing 1st January 2022, 2026. I'm writing all these things. But once you will perform this thing, you will take less than 30 seconds. Okay. Now let's move ahead and look at the next question. So answer for the previous one was 2033. So another question, which day of the week was 26th of January 1950? Which day of the year was 26th of January 1950? Now this is one type of question when you'll have to calculate the actual day on 26th of January 1950. Okay, actual day find out karna hai. There is no reference that is given to us. All right. So the method or the concept that will be used here will be method. I'll quickly explain you. First of all, 1st of January 0001, from where the calendar started, the day was a Monday. Okay, now just work on all these facts today, remember them, and you will save a lot of time in the examination. 1st of January 0001 Monday hota hai. Also, if you will consider consecutive 400 years, the number of odd days will be 0. Number of odd days will be 0. Okay. Also, if you will consider consecutive 100 years, in which the century year is not a leap year, then the number of odd days will be 5. And if you'll consider a period of 100 years in which century year is a leap year, then the number of odd days will be 6. These are the 3 facts that you must understand. Okay. सर्वरी ने तो आंसर भी दे दिया. गुड सर्वरी, वेरी गुड. So 1st January 0001 Monday hai. Consecutive 400 years, the number of odd days is 0. So if you will add 400 years to any date, the day will remain same. So if today is a Wednesday, आज से 400 years बाद definitely Wednesday hai. Okay. If we'll add 100 years, so 100 years जब add करेंगे तो definitely हम एक century year से pass करेंगे. If that century year is not a leap year, then 5 is the number of odd days. If that century year is a leap year, then 6 will be the number of odd days. Okay. Now let's start this process. So I can say that 1st of January 0001 Monday hai. Okay. So 1st January 0401, that means 400 years. Then 400 years, another 400 years, and another 400 years. So 1st of January 1601 will also be a Monday. You can directly start from here. Also now if I'll add 100 years, 1st of January 1701, I'll do plus 5. 1st of January 1801, again I'll do plus 5. 1st January 1901, again I'll do plus 5. So that means plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, combining, this is plus 15. Plus 15, that means divided by 7, remainder is 1. So 1st January 1901, Monday plus 1 will be a Tuesday. Okay. So without doing anything in the examination, if you already know that 1st of January 1901 is a Tuesday, because इससे पहले का काम हम already आज कर चुके हैं. So 1st of January 1901 is a Tuesday. Now calculate 26th of January 1901. So how many days are added? 25 days are added. 25 when divided by 7, remainder is 4. Okay. So Tuesday plus 4. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So this will be a Saturday. Right. Now from year 1901, I have to go to 1950. That means adding 49 years. Now in these 49 years, there are 12 leap years and the remaining 37 are normal years. Okay. So that means the total number of odd days will be equal to 61. When divided by 7, 61 when divided by 7, remainder will be 5. Alright. So Saturday में 5 add कर दो. Saturday plus 5 will be a Thursday. Okay, so the final answer will be a Thursday. So Amit, yes, you are correct. Manish, you are correct. And Sarvari, you are also correct. So the correct answer for this is a Thursday. Okay. Now at present, you might think that this method is a little lengthy, but half of the portion that we have covered today to solve this question, this will not be repeated in the examination. Okay. So yes, the correct answer for this one will be a Thursday. Okay. Now let's move ahead and change the topic. It's already like a lot of time we have spent on calendars. So let's move on to the clocks. So next topic for the day is clocks. So let's first of all have a quick review about clocks. Now speed of minute hand to be noted, 6 degrees per minute. 6 degrees per minute is the speed of minute hand. Speed of hour hand is half degree per minute. Okay. So if I look at the relative speed of these two hands, speed of hour hand, speed of a minute hand with respect to hour hand, then it will be the difference of these two speeds. That is 5.5 degrees per minute. Okay, some important things, some handy things that you need to remember. The ratio of the speed of minute hand and hour hand, इनका ratio निकाल लो. So ratio will come out to be 12:1. Okay, some facts about clocks. Next thing, the angle between minute hand and hour hand. Okay, now every angle is made a total of 44 times in a period of 24 hours, except the two angles, except 0 degree and 180 degree. Okay, so except 0 and 180 degree, every angle is made 22 times in a period of 12 hours, or you can say that 44 times in a period of 24 hours. So in one entire day, every angle is made a total of 44 times between minute hand and hour hand, except 0 and 180 degrees. Okay. So in 12 hours, it will be 22 times, or in 24 hours, it will be 44 times. Now 0 degree and 180 degrees. In 12 hours, it will be 11 times. So you can remember these things. In 12 hours, it will be 11 times. So in a complete day, in a matter of 24 hours, it will become 22 times. All right. Just remember this particular thing directly. We have seen direct questions on this. So they may ask you how many times in one complete day, the angle between hour hand and minute hand will be 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, this will be 44 times in one complete day. Okay. So you may directly remember this particular thing. All right. Now let's move ahead and look at some of the formulas that will prove to be very handy to quickly calculate the angle when the time is given, or to calculate the time when the angle is given. So I have two formulas for you. Both the formulas are pretty similar. Okay. So let's first of all look at the formulas, and then I'll explain you what is this formula and how to use these formulas. Okay. So formula, theta is equal to 11/2m minus 30h. Another formula is theta is equal to 30h minus 11/2m. Just note down these formulas very quickly. Okay. Now theta is the angle, m is the number of minutes, and h is the number of hours in the given time. Now I have given you two formulas. Now I'll quickly tell you which formula is to be used in which scenario. Okay. So let's consider that the time is given as 3:40, or whatever time is given. I am hopeful that all of you will be able to plot the positions of minute hand and hour hand for the given time. Roughly to plot kar hi sakte hain. Okay. So 3:40, it will be like this, something like this, minute hand and hour hand. Okay. Right. Now After plotting the approximate position, the rough positions of minute hand and hour hand, okay, you start from 12 o'clock in the clockwise direction. 12 o'clock से clockwise direction में start करो and find out which hand is coming first and which hand is coming later. Okay, so इस particular example में, in this particular example, I can see that R hand पहले आ रहा है, R hand is coming first and minute hand is coming later. Okay, so which formula among these two to be used? If R hand is coming first in the figure, in the formula, I will use the formula in which R hand is coming later. So figure में R hand पहले आ रहा है, तो formula में H बाद में आना चाहिए. Okay, this is how we'll be using the formula. I'll repeat, if in the figure, if in the rough sketch of this, rough diagram of this time, if R hand is coming first, then in the formula H should come later and vice versa. You will understand when I'll be taking the examples. Okay, so just remember these two formulas and let's move on to the questions. So question number 1, what is the angle between the two hands of the clock when the time is 3:40? So coincidentally, I've taken the same time, 3:40. So 3:40, what will be the angle between the hands? Come on, 4 options are given in front of you. Taha, please be careful, take your time. 160 is not among the options. Okay, now I'll go back to the formulas. 3:40. So 3:40, R hand is coming first. So I'll be using this first formula. That is theta is equal to 11 by 2m minus 30h. So we are clear which formula to be used. So let's apply this formula and I'll give you the values of h and m. So time is 3:40. So this is h, that is 3, and m is 40. So theta is equal to 11 upon 2 into m minus 30 into h. All right. Now upon solving, this will be 220 minus 90 and the final answer will be 130. So fast, so simple. Okay. So the correct answer here will be 130 degrees. I hope all of you have understood this one. So 130 degrees will be the correct answer. So give me a yes or a no. Have you understood? How have I applied this formula? Come on, I'm waiting for your response. All right, let's move on to the second question. Second question is, at what time between 1 and 2 p.m. the angle between the minute hand and hour hand is 60 degrees? Taha, this is what I'm saying. Please, you can be a little slow. I'm giving you enough amount of time. Please don't commit any error, such silly mistakes while doing calculations. So what is the time between 1 and 2 p.m. when the angle between the minute hand and hour hand is 60 degrees? Okay. Now I'll quickly start with this solving this one. Okay, we have another topic to cover. So I'll draw the rough sketch first of all. Now obviously, since the time is between 1 and 2 o'clock, so I can say that the hour hand will be somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock. So the position of the hour hand will be this. Rough position of the hour hand will be somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock. Okay, because they have already given that the time is between 1 and 2 p.m. So hour hand will be between 1 and 2. Now the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand should be 60 degrees. So 60 degrees ka angle, hour hand left side में तो नहीं हो सकता. So hour hand has to be somewhere here to make an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, so to make an angle of 60 degrees, our hand should be ahead of the minute hand. So the formula that we'll use is theta is equal to 11 upon 2m minus 30h. Now here theta is 60 degrees, which is given in the question. Now the time that we are looking for is between 1 and 2 o'clock. So it will be some minutes past 1 o'clock. So the value of h will be equal to 1. The value of h will be equal to 1. Now let's apply the formula. 60 is equal to 11 upon 2m minus 30 into 1. So the value of m will come out to be 90 into 2, 180 divided by 11. Now convert it in mixed fractions, 180 upon 11. So it will be 1764 upon 11. So 16 4 by 11 minutes past 16 4 by 11 minutes past 1 p.m. That will be the answer. So among the options, yes, I have option A is the correct answer. Okay. So if you have the formula, if you know the proper application of the formula, the questions will be very easy for you. So the correct answer here is option A, 16 4 by 11 minutes past 1 p.m. Let's move on to question number 3. Now for how many times the minute hand of a clock coincides with the hour hand from 7 a.m. on 21st of a month to 11 p.m. on 24th of the same month? Now, please focus on all these questions, all of you. So, how many times minute hand of a clock coincides with hour hand? So, we know that in one complete day, coincide करने का मतलब क्या है? Making an angle of 0 degrees. Okay. So we have already seen earlier that in 12 hours, in 12 consecutive hours, it will happen for 11 times. So in one complete day, it will happen for 22 times. In one complete day, it will happen for 22 times. So we are starting from 7 a.m. on 21st of the month, and we have to look at up till 11 p.m. on 24th of the same month. So from 21st to 22nd, one complete day, then 23rd, another complete day, and then 24th, another complete day. So we have 3 complete days. Okay, and we have reached 7 a.m. So 3 complete days, that means 3 multiplied by 22, 66 times we have already got. Now from 7 a.m. up till 7 p.m. of this day, we have another 12 hours. So 12 hours, that means 11 times. Okay. So another 11 times and then 66. So total 77 ho chuka hai. Okay. Now 7 up till 11, every hour this will happen once. So 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and then 10 to 11. So every hour it will happen once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hours have elapsed. So 77 plus 4, the final answer will be 81. So option B will be the correct answer. Most of you have already given this as the answer. Okay. All right. So 81, yes, it is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. A straightforward question, like I told you, how many times the two hands of the clock are perpendicular to each other in a given day? Yes, all of you can give me an answer for this. How many times two hands of a clock are perpendicular to each other on a given day? So in one complete day, every angle except 0 and 180 degrees will be made 44 times. We have already seen that. So yes, the correct answer will be 44. So directly mark kar sakte hain, no need to do any calculations for this, right? Okay. Now fifth question. Now this question is based on defective clocks, the clocks which gains time or loses time. Okay, so read this question carefully. A clock which gains uniformly was observed to be 5 minutes slow at 1 p.m. Now, what do we mean by 5 minutes slow? 5 minutes slow means it is showing a time which is 5 minutes before 1 a.m. Okay, so that means at 1 a.m. it must be showing 12:55 a.m. Okay, so this happened on a Tuesday and it shows it was 7 minutes fast at 1 p.m. on the subsequent Saturday. Question is, when did the watch showed the correct time? When did the watch showed the correct time? Now this is wonderful question. Now you must have seen these questions while doing the chapter of clocks. Okay, so let's look at this one. What will happen here? Now first of all, the clock which gains uniformly, so the clock is gaining time and it was observed to be 5 minutes slow at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. So Tuesday 1 a.m. the clock is slow by 5 minutes. Okay, so that means it is showing a time which is 5 minutes before the correct time. Okay, 5 minute पीछे का time show कर रही है. Then on the subsequent Saturday at 1 p.m., not a.m., at 1 p.m., it is fast by 7 minutes. So it is showing a time which is 7 minutes ahead of the correct time. So I can say that starting from Tuesday 1 a.m. up till Saturday 1 p.m., the clock has gained. Earlier it was 5 minutes before time, now it is 7 minutes ahead of time. So it has gained a total of 12 minutes. So in this duration, the clock has gained a total of 12 minutes. Okay. Now the logic of the question is, the clock will show the correct time when it will gain 5 minutes. So on Tuesday 1 a.m., it was 5 minutes behind the scheduled time. Okay, behind the time, it was 5 minutes behind the time. So if I'll make this clock gain 5 minutes, then I can say that this will show the correct time. A lot of you have already given the answer. Let's see if your answers are correct or not. So we'll find out here कि कितने टाइम में इसने 12 मिनट्स गेन किए हैं. So starting from Tuesday, so Tuesday के बाद Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 complete days. Number of hours will be 96. Okay, and then half the day of Saturday. So up till from 1 a.m. up till 1 p.m. So another 12 hours. So that means in a total of 108 hours which have elapsed between this time, the clock has gained a total of 12 minutes. So clock gains 12 minutes. Look at the right hand side of your screen in 108 hours. So in how many hours the clock will gain 5 minutes? Calculate this and then you can find the answer. So it will be 108 upon 12 multiply 5 and that is 9 into 5, 45 hours. So in 45 hours, the clock will gain 5 minutes. So the clock will show the correct time 45 hours after 1 a.m. on Tuesday. So 45 hours, let's add 2 complete days, 48 hours add कर देते हैं. So Tuesday के बाद Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday 1 a.m. when I've added total 48 hours, अब इसमें से 3 hours minus कर देते हैं. So it will be Wednesday 10 p.m. So Wednesday 10 p.m. should be the correct answer. Ashwani, Abhishek, Manish. Yes, all of you have given a correct answer. Nice. So Wednesday 10 p.m. will be the correct answer for this question. Absolutely correct. Great. I hope all of you have understood whatever we are doing in this session. Okay. So that's it about clocks. Now let's move on to the final thing, coding and decoding. So another 15-20 minutes of your patience and we'll be done with this topic. So coding decoding, I don't have anything like much to explain. So that is why I have directly taken questions on coding decoding. So some of the questions of coding decoding, let's quickly solve them. So question number 1 on your screen now. Let's crack the logic that is used in this particular code. Rohan, you are asking about the techniques of clocks. So Rohan, I don't know when you have joined this session, but when I started with clocks, I have explained some of the concepts, some of the techniques which are related to clocks. Okay. So Rohan, if you have missed that, please, like once the session is over, have a look at the recording of this session once again. Okay. So I have already started getting the answers. So let's see what is actually happening in this question. Okay, now roast is coded as, so I'll be happy if all of you can write the logic as well. So ROAST, this is coded as PQYUR. So this is the code. Now, first of all, what has happened here is from R to P, it is -2. Then O to Q, it is +2. A to Y, it is -2, then +2, and then -2. Okay, so -2 +2, -2 +2, alternately this is done. So Ashwin, Abhinav has given the correct logic, Ali has given the correct logic, and most of you, I believe, must have given a correct answer. So Yusuf Ali has also given the logic. So -2 +2, -2 +2, and so on. This is the logic. So SLOPPY. I'll start with -2. Okay. So S -2, S is 19, 19 -2 is 17. Q, L +2, N. So QN. कुछ है मिला यहाँ पे? Oh, no need to check यार. I've got the first alphabet Q, and in the options, I have only one option that is starting with Q. Okay, so the correct answer should be option B. All right. Okay, now let's move on to the second question. So let's see how many of you will be able to crack the logic for this one. Nice, good. Okay, so C and B, yes, opposite is the logic. So opposite alphabet, nice. So B, E, A, P. Now B is the second alphabet from the beginning. In the code, we have written Y. Y is the second alphabet from the end. Okay. Similarly for E, E is the fifth alphabet from the beginning. V is the fifth alphabet from the end. Similarly for A, it is Z, and T, it is G. So this is the logic that is used in this code. Okay. So let's find out the code for MILD. So M, corresponding to M is 13th from the beginning. So N is 13th from the end. Similarly, I is 9th from the beginning. R will be 9th from the end. So NR, I've already have only one option. So the correct answer will be option C. And almost all of you are absolutely, no, all of you are actually correct. Great, good response for this one. Okay, so correct answer is C. Next question. And please write the logic that you have used to find the answer. Oh my god, this is such a straightforward question. बहुत easy question आ गया ये तो. गलती से कभी कभी easy questions भी आ जाते हैं examination में. And my experience says that majority of the questions, more than 50% of the questions are easy, are doable. Yes, Amit, the perfect logic. Great. Please yaar, carefully answer karna. Okay. So let's have a look at it. Now, actually, the original options, I kept were different. So I could not change it in the second slide. My bad. Otherwise, most of you would have given an incorrect answer. But let it be. So popular, basically they have added 1. So P plus 1 is Q. So from, अब ये ध्यान देने वाली चीज है, हाँ? From word to code, they have added 1 to each of the alphabet. The question is, then which word would be coded as this? So now you will have to go from code to the word. So you will be subtracting 1. Okay, am I clear? So from word, if you'll go to the code, 1 is added. So from code, if you'll go to the word, then 1 will be subtracted. So G, B, N, P, V, T, just write one alphabet before this. So F, A, M, O, U, S. Famous will be the answer, and that is option C. All right. Yes, Ali, this is what I have just explained. If you'll go from the word to the code, it will be +1. From code to the word, it will be opposite of that, that is -1. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the next question, question number 4. Now, question number 4 has come in a set of 2 questions. So question number 4 and question number 5. These 2 questions are related to the set of information that is given here. Okay, so we'll spend some time on this information. Now this is a different set of questions that are asked. Okay, so let's spend some time on these questions, on these directions, and let us try to find out the code with respect to every word. Now the main idea behind these questions is, there is a sentence that is given here and another sentence is this. So trains are always late. इसका मतलब क्या है? Min, fin, bin, jin. Okay. Now every word has a certain code here, but that particular code is not written at its respective location. Okay, so this is a very famous question, like a very normal type of question that you will see in coding decoding. So every word has its certain code, but it is not written at its respective position. Okay, अब हम कोड कैसे डिटरमाइन करेंगे? We'll be comparing two sentences. We'll be comparing two sentences, right? And we'll be looking at the common code and the common word that will be associated with each other. Okay, so all of you, please help me out. I'll be asking you a few things. So in the first two sentences, A and B, which code and which word are common? So if I look at this, trains are always. So always is common. So I'll mark always here. Okay, start or keep marking all of them. So I am spending a little bit time on this question. ठीक है? So always, and code में क्या common है? Gin. So gin will be always. I'll write it at the bottom. Okay. Next, let's look at first and third sentence. So trains are trains. So trains is the only thing that is common. So trains, and in code, what is common? Min, fin, bin. Bin is common. So I'll mark bin. So bin will be coded as trains. Okay. Next, first and fourth statement. Do we have anything common? Fin. Fin is common. So fin, and in the words late is common. So fin will be coded as late. And in the first sentence, only min is left. So min will be coded as R. Alright, done. R और कहीं पे नहीं है. Now let's do the comparison for others. Now second and third statement, sin is common, C-I-N. Only sin is common, and drivers is common. Okay, so sin will be drivers. Okay, then after that, in second and fourth sentence, din, D-I-N is common. So din, and among the words, var is common. So din will be coded as var. Okay. And then in the second sentence, only HIN is left. Hin will be coded as punished. So hin is over, punished is over. Then remaining win is common in third and fourth, VIN. So win, and the word that is common is all. So win is coded as all. And then the remaining rin, RIN, will be coded as stopped. Okay. And last sentence, KIN, will be coded as passengers. All right. So you can spend a few minutes on this. Maximum 2 minute लगेंगे अगर आप जल्दी जल्दी करोगे. And generally I have seen like 3 to 4 questions coming on this type of coding. So इतनी मेहनत obviously एक question के लिए तो नहीं करेंगे, right? So generally I have seen 3 to 4 questions coming in a set. All right. So let's now look at the answer for this one. Question is, drivers were late. So drivers कहाँ पे गया? Sin. Were is din, and late is fin. So these three codes, fin, sin, and din, should be present in the answer in any sequence. So option A is not the answer. Fin, sin, din. Option B is the answer. C is not the answer. D is not the answer. So yes, B is the correct answer. Right? Okay. So yes, B is the correct one. Let's take one more question based on this. So the question is, which word is represented by VIN, win? So I'll go back to the portion that I have solved. So VIN, the word which is coded as win is all. Okay. So the correct answer for this will be all. That is option B. Okay. So option B is the correct answer. That's it. this is the end of this question. Okay. Now, my dear friends, I hope all of you would have enjoyed this session. Okay. I was able to communicate, I was able to teach you properly. I hope that, and the logic that I've taught, again, my hope is, my expectation is you all will do a proper revision of all these things, from your side, and will make sure that the mistakes that you have done in today's session, you will not repeat those mistakes in the future. Now, this is the schedule of some of the upcoming sessions. There are a total of 25 PowerPack sessions in the last lab 2 ILET. And this is the schedule for the next few sessions, 26, 27, 28, 29th, and 30th of May. Okay. Now, you all can catch me once again on Sunday at the same time with logical reasoning 3, where we'll be discussing linear and circular arrangements, ranking and grouping. So these type of questions we will be discussing in this session, in the upcoming session on Sunday. Okay. All right. So thank you very much for all of you for being here, for being such a wonderful set of students. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Please don't forget to join us for the live analysis of CLAT 2022 on 19th of June 2022, and the live analysis of AILET 2022 on 26th of June 2022. So we will be there with the live analysis of both CLAT and AILET on these respective dates. So please don't miss these sessions. All right. You can subscribe this channel of ours, BYJU'S channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep channel of YouTube. Okay, and press the bell icon. Now, do press the bell icon if you are already a subscriber of this channel, because if you don't want to miss any of the sessions, if you want to keep getting the notifications of all the upcoming sessions, then do hit the bell icon. You can follow us on Instagram with the name of BYJU'S Exam Prep Law. Like us on Facebook, join us on Telegram, and you can download our app. All right. Thank you very much, my dear friends. I hope you liked this session. We'll see you once again on Sunday at 3 p.m. But meanwhile, don't miss any of the sessions in the last lab series that we have designed exclusively for all of you. Thank you very much. All the best for the examination.